All right, chats. I got so much to update you guys on. I'm back from SoCal. I'm back from SoCal. I was there for 2 weeks, and oh my god, thank God, it feels so good to be back on this setup and like with everything working and everything. Like it's just, you have no idea. Oh my gosh. What were my takeaways from my trip to SoCal? I think that would be, I think that'd be a great place to start. Number one, traffic's not that bad. Like, okay, SoCal gets a bad rap for traffic being terrible. And yes, don't get me wrong, there is really bad traffic. Like, there's like, you know, pile-ups where like traffic is bumper to bumper, and you're gonna be generally 30 to 40 minutes late to a place if you're not accounting for traffic. That's just the reality. That is a hard truth. What is different is when I say bumper to bumper, it's not actually bumper to bumper in SoCal. Surprisingly, for whatever reason, a lot of people there don't tailgate as much. Like, they leave like 2 to 3 car links in front of them on like slowdowns. It's like not something I'm used to. That was the most like jarring thing when I went to SoCal, because in NorCal, when it's traffic hour, like heavy rush hour, like people are bumper to bumper. There's no space between the cars, and they are in a rush to get places. And don't get me wrong, like there was people rushing to get places in SoCal too. That did happen, but I just saw less tailgating, which was nice. It was really nice, actually. It was a good change of pace. Also, like, NorCal traffic is sometimes I feel like people don't know how to drive here. Like, people will start to turn into like a, you know, like a turning lane or whatever, but they'll stay in the lane up until like the very last moment that they have to like turn into the thing. Like they're just like moseying around like in this lane, slowing everyone else down in the lane until they finally get into the turning lane or turn. So like, that's something I've noticed. I feel like there's a little bit less of that in SoCal, but like there was still some of it. I noticed that for all of the like boba places and all of the like places that like serve drinks and stuff like that, they had something different where like, yeah, they like, okay, SoCal is known to be like Instagram worthy, like where the photos are nice for like the interior and everything like that, for most places because of high competition, people wanting to go places where they can take photos, so on and so forth. It is more like commoditized there. I think that's their word. It's more valued, basically. So I noticed that, of course. But what else I noticed was different is you will see almost every single like boba like drink shop also offering food options, which is not as common here. Like it does happen. It's becoming a little bit more common in NorCal, but even like boba places that don't serve food here in NorCal serve food in SoCal. Like they have some sort of food. And it's not, I'm not just talking like your typical like popcorn chicken and, you know, like simple like rice option, like katsu bowls or whatever, something like that. I'm talking like they have full on like food options, like chicken sandwiches and like, just like a host of, mostly it's mostly in the same vein of like, you know, fried food and stuff like that, but like they have more options, and so that was pretty cool. You remember once you were stuck in traffic for an hour in Texas. I mean, it can happen anywhere. Traffic can happen anywhere. That's just the reality. But yeah. The other thing was, I noticed that everything seemed pretty like pleasant to drive. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, like there's a lot of traffic and a lot of cars in SoCal, but everything felt like fairly pleasant. It was for the most part pretty like easy to navigate, easy to understand. It didn't feel like I was constantly having to switch lanes to like get to a place and go somewhere. It was also less crazy in terms of like people driving super fast in like the far left lanes. It was more of like an even speed across, I felt like. So yeah, like overall, like it was relatively positive, I would say. The other thing is I noticed that there's just a lot that you can like kind of dive into in terms of like just random social events. Just random social events that you would run into. I got invited to a friend that I met at TwitchCon. I got invited to her birthday party while I was there, just because I like posted that I was, you know, in SoCal on my Instagram. And I got invited like the day before. That I think is less common in NorCal. Like just like people don't make as many committed plans in NorCal. Like they do make plans, but like it's generally pretty like I would say more planned in advance. Like it's usually a week at least in advance, a week or two. And I feel like that's just because like the work schedule here is pretty crazy with like people working in tech and everything. I don't know. But yeah, that was interesting too. So like I just got like invited to like one or two different events randomly, did a bunch of stuff just like really ad hoc, and like it all just kind of like flowed together pretty naturally. So I feel like that's also interesting when it comes to SoCal, is like things are just kind of like there and you can just kind of dive into them if you want to, which is cool. What else? I got to walk and take care of a Shiba Inu for the first time, which was really fun. Dog sitting was a lot of fun. I honestly am gonna miss Sala. That's the name of the dog. I'm gonna miss her. She was super sweet and honestly a really good dog. And the only thing she didn't like was putting on her harness to go for a walk, but she loved being on the walk. She just didn't love the harness. So that was that was fun. Those are so cute. They are so cute. Oh my god, I have pictures. Wait, I'll show you guys. I'll show you. Look at this freaking face though. My god. How can you not love that face? This is so cute. But yeah, it also rained in SoCal whenever I was there, which is pretty abnormal, I would say. And it rained on the way back. Oh my god, guys. I almost died on my way back. I literally almost died. It was... Oh, jeez. Okay, so the last like 3 days that I was there, it was raining. And like, you know, it was kind of sprinkling, not too bad the first 2 days. But then the day that I left, which was Friday, it started to rain more heavy. And as I got further into my drive, like up north, it started to really rain. And it was like you know, the eye of the storm or whatever. It was the center of the storm where it was just so densely like heavy and rain clouds and everything. And so as I was driving on this highway, and it was like, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 lanes of traffic. The visibility got so bad that I couldn't even see the lines on the road. Like I could only make out the lights of the cars in front of me, and the lines were disappearing. They were just like, the rain was so heavy that like I couldn't see what was on the ground because of just like all the like water like molecules in the air, like creating like fog and everything. And it also got really spooky too, because it was towards the end of the day where the sun was setting. So the sky had turned this like smoky orange, and that coupled with like all of the like kind of foggy, misty look, pretty spooky. And then like the, you know, rain pelting my windshield as I'm going down the highway. But yeah, there were also times where I hydroplaned and I saw other vehicles hydroplane. If you don't know what that is, that's basically a loss of control of your vehicle on the road because you've hit a patch of water and you no longer have mobility of your tires when you're hydroplaning. So you're just basically drifting along the stretch of water until hopefully you get to the other side. And when you hydroplane, like, it can be pretty dangerous. If you have momentum going into a turn, you'll hydroplane, you know, you'll start to get hydroplane into other vehicles. So thankfully that didn't happen. Thankfully it didn't, but my God, it was scary. And then there were other times where like there was water that just splashed up onto the screen, or the screen, it's in the video game, splashed up onto the windshield and just freaking like took out all visibility whatsoever for like 2 seconds. So yeah, that was pretty scary. 6-hour long drive back. I was able to make it back safely, thankfully. But man, I did not want to drive. I did not want to drive in that. And it just so happened that the rain had started to come down south when I had started to travel back. You had a scary experience where you were on a ferry back to Ireland and the storm was very bad. Ooh, gosh, I would not want to be on a ferry during a storm. That sounds awful. That sounds awful. Some other cool experiences from SoCal. I went to the Huntington Garden. Whoops. So I don't know if you can really make this out, but this is like the Chinese garden. It was beautiful. It's really not doing justice, but like you can see the sky, like, kind of, if the camera will, like, there we go. Yeah. The sky was amazing. The photo is not doing it justice, honestly. I also chat went to the boba bar for Final Fantasy VII, and I did not come back empty-handed. This is the gold saucer thing that they had. It was like a cute little upstairs area where they had like a bunch of arcade games you could play. This was near the entrance. There was like a karaoke thing. They had like an Era statue and like a ramen self-help station. They had some like cool decorations around. They were playing Final Fantasy music, and that's the like bar aesthetic itself. What's up, Tenchi, by the way? They had the pinball machine. Let me see if I can get a better picture of that. The pinball machine. This is supposed to be themed after the bar called Seventh Heaven in the game of Final Fantasy, which is super sick. I don't think I have a better picture, but this is the pinball machine, which is pretty cool. And then I also got these drinks, and there's these two are supposed to be like materia themed, so they're like the shape of materia. And then I also got this Sephiroth tumbler as well, and I got a t-shirt. I got a t-shirt that has cloud on it. I haven't washed it yet, but I will be wearing it on a future stream. And then lastly, I got this scroll poster. I don't know if you guys can see it completely. Isn't that sick? Like, what the fuck? That's so fucking cool. You know what sucks though, chat? You know what fucking sucks? Like, as cool of an experience as this was, I ended up going at the worst time. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? The reason why is because I went on a Thursday and I saw on social media that the voice actress for Yuffie, Aerith, and freaking Zach were all gonna be there at the bar on Saturday. Literally yesterday. The day after I left. What are the fucking odds, man? What are the fucking odds? I could have met the voice actresses and the voice actor and like, that would have been so cool. I could have got something signed. I could have got that poster signed. Man. Oh well. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. It sucks though. I'm a little salty about it. Because literally the day I left, and I didn't have a choice because my friend was coming back Friday and I had to be like, you know, like out of her place because she's going to be back. So, oh well, it is what it is. But chats, that is a bit of a, like, that is the overall updates of what I was up to in SoCal, some of the fun stuff. I mean, aside from that, I just like caught up with friends, caught up with Smash friends that I have in the area, met some new friends, and just had a good time overall. Spent a lot of time with the dog. Did a little bit of streaming. You guys saw a little bit of that. It was, you know, kind of like scuffed as hell, but whatever. It is what it is.